When a simple chat box appeared online in late 2022, few could have predicted the earthquake it would unleash. It was called ChatGPT, and it allowed anyone with an internet connection to have a conversation with an artificial intelligence that felt surprisingly human. It could write poems, debug code, summarize textbooks, and even generate ideas for a birthday party. Suddenly, the future of AI wasn't just a distant sci-fi concept. It was right there in your browser, a polite digital assistant ready to tackle almost any prompt. The world collectively gasped, and then it started typing. This wasn't an overnight success, though. The story of OpenAI, the company behind this technological marvel, began years earlier with a blend of grand ambition and deep-seated fear. Imagine a group of brilliant minds, some of the most influential figures in tech, sitting around a virtual table. They were grappling with a profound question. What if artificial intelligence became so powerful it surpassed human intelligence, becoming a superintelligence? This concept, known as artificial general intelligence, or AGI, loomed large in their discussions. The idea was both thrilling and terrifying. In 2015, this group, which included luminaries like Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Ilya Sutskever, Greg Brockman, and others, decided they couldn't just stand by. They felt a moral imperative to act. Their solution was to create OpenAI. Their mission statement was clear and ambitious. They wanted to ensure that artificial general intelligence benefits all of humanity. It wasn't about building a product for profit or conquering markets. It was about guiding the development of this immense power for good, like setting up a lighthouse to guide a ship through a coming storm. Initially, OpenAI was structured as a non-profit organization. This structure was crucial to its founding ethos. It meant that the pursuit of safe and beneficial AGI would always take precedence over financial returns. They envisioned a future where AI wasn't owned by a single corporation, but was a shared resource, carefully stewarded for everyone's benefit. They were effectively trying to build a digital brain for humanity, not for a balance sheet. However, attracting the world's top AI talent to a nonprofit proved to be an uphill battle. Competing with giants like Google and Meta, who offered immense salaries and virtually limitless computing resources, was a struggle. Picture a small, nimble boat trying to race against massive ocean liners. OpenAI needed the very best researchers, the sharpest minds to tackle such an existential challenge. They also needed an astronomical amount of computing power. Building an AGI isn't like writing a regular app. It requires colossal data centers, energy-hungry GPUs, and constant experimentation. These resources came with a price tag that quickly began to dwarf the capabilities of even the most well-funded nonprofit. The ambitious vision began to bump up against the harsh realities of engineering and economics. The dream of a purely altruistic AI future, while noble, was becoming incredibly expensive. It was like trying to fund a space program with bake sales. By 2019, a pivotal moment arrived. OpenAI announced a controversial but pragmatic shift. They would create a capped profit entity, a unique hybrid model. This entity would be able to raise vast sums of capital from investors, but with a cap on the returns those investors could receive. The core nonprofit mission remained, but the financial structure adapted to the new reality. It was a move born of necessity, a difficult decision that would allow them to scale up their research and compete for talent and compute power on a global stage. This new structure opened the door to a monumental partnership. Microsoft, a titan of the technology world, saw the potential and the sincerity of OpenAI's mission. They poured billions of dollars into the venture, providing the immense cloud computing infrastructure of Azure that OpenAI so desperately needed. This was more than just an investment. It was a strategic alliance that provided the rocket fuel for OpenAI's research. It was like a diligent gardener finally getting access to an endless supply of nutrient-rich soil and sunlight. With the resources in place, OpenAI began to make significant strides in its research. The first major public demonstration of their progress came with the GPT series of language models. GPT-1 was an early but impressive step. Then came GPT-2, a model so powerful that OpenAI initially hesitated to release its full version to the public. This was an unprecedented move, reflecting their founding ethos of safety first. They were genuinely concerned that the model could be misused to generate vast amounts of deceptive text, like a sophisticated misinformation factory. It was a moment of true ethical wrestling. They chose caution over immediate widespread adoption, showing that their commitment to beneficial AI was more than just rhetoric. But they continued to push the boundaries. In 2020, GPT-3 arrived, and it was a revelation. It was orders of magnitude larger than its predecessors, boasting 175 billion parameters. This scale unlocked emergent abilities that surprised even the researchers. GPT-3 could write coherent articles, generate creative fiction, and even translate languages with remarkable fluency. It wasn't just a smarter parrot. It seemed to possess a deeper understanding of language structure and context. This wasn't just a small step forward. It was a giant leap, a true watershed moment in AI development. To make this powerful tool accessible yet controlled, OpenAI introduced an API. This allowed developers to integrate GPT-3 into their own applications, essentially renting a piece of this digital genius. It sparked a wave of innovation, showing the world the practical applications of such advanced language models. The power of GPT-3 wasn't just limited to text either. OpenAI soon unveiled DALL-E, a system that could generate photorealistic images from simple text descriptions. Imagine typing a painting of a cat wearing a space helmet in the style of Van Gogh, and moments later seeing a stunning original artwork appear. This showcased AI's burgeoning creative capabilities, moving beyond mere logic to artistic expression. It was like teaching a computer to dream. All these advancements were building to something bigger, something that would truly democratize access to AI. That something was ChatGPT. When it launched in November 2022, it was designed to be user-friendly, conversational, and most importantly, free for anyone to use. The response was immediate and overwhelming. Millions flocked to try it out. Students used it for homework, writers for brainstorming, developers for coding help. It quickly became the fastest-growing consumer application in history. The ease of interaction and the sheer breadth of its capabilities captivated the public. It felt less like a tool and more like a diligent, ever-patient tutor. However, this rapid ascent was not without its internal challenges and tensions. The very mission of OpenAI to build beneficial AGI required a delicate balancing act. On one side was the imperative to move fast, to innovate, and to push the boundaries of what AI could do. On the other side was the foundational commitment to safety, to guard against potential harms, and to ensure responsible development. This constant tightrope walk often created friction, a natural consequence of pursuing such a monumental and potentially transformative goal. Sam Altman, as the CEO, became the public face of OpenAI, a charismatic leader navigating the company through its explosive growth. Ilya, the chief scientist, led the charge on the technical front, pushing for ever more capable models. Greg Brockman, the president, ensured the complex engineering and operational challenges were met. These were the human forces driving the digital revolution. They were not just building algorithms. They were grappling with the ethical, philosophical, and societal implications of their work in real time. This inherent tension came to a dramatic head in November 2023. In a move that shocked the tech world, OpenAI's board of directors abruptly fired Sam Altman. The reasons given were vague, citing a loss of confidence in Altman not being consistently candid in his communications. It was a moment of profound uncertainty, a public airing of the deeply held internal conflicts about the pace of AI development versus its safety and governance. The boardroom drama unfolded like a corporate thriller. The fallout was swift and intense. Hundreds of OpenAI employees threatened to quit and follow Altman, expressing their unwavering loyalty to his leadership. Microsoft, their primary investor and partner, offered Altman a new role heading a new advanced AI research lab. The board, facing immense pressure from employees, investors, and the public, eventually reversed its decision. Altman was reinstated as CEO, and the board was largely reconstituted. It was a stunning turnaround, highlighting the immense power of the company's talent and the pivotal role Altman played in its trajectory. The entire episode pulled back the curtain on the profound stakes involved, the fragile balance between innovation and responsibility that defines OpenAI's journey. Today, OpenAI continues its relentless pursuit of AGI, now with lessons learned from both its successes and its internal upheavals. The company faces ongoing scrutiny over AI safety, ethical use, and the potential impact on jobs and society. It's a journey fraught with both incredible promise and daunting challenges. The digital landscape they are helping to create is still taking shape, like a new continent slowly rising from the ocean. The questions are bigger than any single company or individual. How will humanity truly integrate these powerful tools into our lives? How do we ensure they serve us well? The rise of OpenAI isn't just a story about a tech company. It's a chapter in the unfolding story of humanity's relationship with intelligence itself, a relationship that promises to be both exhilarating and profoundly complex.